and it's due to you guys, right? I owe it to you guys. So the other day, a video popped up on my feed, right? And it was from a channel called Dub's World. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest, Dub's World has been on my bumper for a while, going in on me, going to other channels, going in on me, right? And I don't take it personal. I understand. I'm on social media. Some people, that's just, they don't mean harm. That's just their way of passing time. Is it always fun? No, it's not. But it goes with the territory, right? Now, the thing is this. He posted a video about me, right? And it was a video of me drunk late at night. Went on D&D, danking and drinking. And if you guys have been on D&D, danking and drinking, that's a platform that everybody just has fun. They smoke some weed, they have some drinks. Everybody's just trying to make each other laugh. It gets a little wild. So me being me, I said, you know what? I'm gonna make everybody laugh. And I told a bad joke, right? It wasn't a racist joke or anything like that, but it was just a joke where when I saw it. One thing about me is I'm a man. When I see something, regardless of where it comes from, what the source is, whatever, right is right. Okay. And so I saw it and I marinated on it, right? Then I actually left a comment on the video to Dub's World. And basically, I told him that I appreciate him posting the video for me to see how bad I looked, right? It wasn't Dub's World fault. Nothing in that video was his fault. It was me talking. It was me being drunk. It was me without a shirt on. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way I looked. And there will be changes to the lives. Okay. But before that, I want to apologize to everyone. Because Dub's World responded back and he said he was going to take the video down. I told him as a content creator, I would appreciate it, but I can't ask him to. Right. But he let me know, he's been a supporter of me from when I had 1,000 subs and that I have changed, right? And again, I want to apologize to everyone, but I want to make something very clear. Let you guys into my world a little bit. I've spoke on this before, and I'm going to speak on it again. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I've been out almost 6 years now, okay? When I paroled, I was in a relationship that I wasn't happy in, okay? I was also new to the world, so I was more guarded. I also didn't drink my first 18 months out. Let me tell you why. Prior to going to prison and catching my murder case, I was a very angry person. I was a hurt person. And so when I drank, I was a very bad drunk. I would fight my own homeboys. I would want to fight people all the time. I was very angry, and it came out when I drank. So when I got out, I had been out 18 months. And one day I was playing PlayStation with my friends, right? My PlayStation friends, who have become my real friends, right? And I was like, you know what, man? I don't have anger in me anymore. I don't have hate in me. I have love and peace in my heart. I said, I'm going to go grab a six-pack. And I did, and man, we had fun. So then I realized, you know what? What you feel in your heart when you're sober is going to come out when you're drunk. So because I was happy, I was a happy drunk, right? And I would usually just drink on the weekends. We would go on, gaming binges. And, like I said, I was also in a relationship where I would play 16 hours a day on the weekends just because I was in my own little world. And people, you guys didn't know that, right? And don't get me wrong. My ex-wife is a very nice person. She would be a great wife. It was just, I wasn't used to coming out of prison. I wanted to be free, and not free from a marriage, but free to be able to do things and not be questioned for every single thing. And that's some advice for all of you women that you have a man behind the walls. When they get out, if you're going to sweat them about their phone, if you're going to sweat everything they do, you're going to lose them, right? So I was dealing with things that, that were my business. And then I left that relationship, and I came back home, and I just found more happiness, right? And a little bit more of my personality started coming out. People always thought, oh, he's just a real super serio guy. That's only one part of me. Anybody that meets me knows when I initially meet you, I am serious because I don't know who you are. And once we get to know each other, we're going to laugh a lot. We're going to clown a lot. I like to clown around. And that's what you see. I try to give you guys who I am, right? And so you guys saw the phases of Dubs paroling and being in a dysfunctional relationship to getting out on my own, and being in a very loving relationship and living life. Now, as far as the lives, it started as, let's do Thirsty Thursdays, right? Boom. And then it went from Thirsty Thursdays to, we'll drink on Fridays to, let's drink on Fridays and Saturdays. And then it turned to, oh, you guys are boring when you guys are sober, when we would go sober. And so then we started drinking all the time. And what you guys don't know is this. We didn't enjoy drinking every day. It wasn't a good feeling to drink every day. And it was also very expensive. But we thought that's what you guys wanted. And I tell you now, I don't plan on drinking on lives. I want to engage with you guys, and I want you guys to have a good experience. And me being inebriated, me making bad jokes, that's not a good look. And as I told Dubs World, I don't care what people say about me. I'm a man. Like I keep saying, I'm a man. I know who I am. What someone else thinks of me doesn't change who I am. It's only who they think I am. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind when somebody doesn't like something about me. But being on social media and having a platform that has almost 40,000 subscribers, whether I like it or not, I am a representation of the raza. And so I need to, not only that, I am not only just a representation of the raza, but I'm a representation of those behind the walls that are wishing to come out. And I lost track of that for a second. In having fun, I lost track of that. Because I've always said in the past, and I haven't said it in a while, I want people to, when they engage with me, when they see me, because I have a certain look, I understand it, I get it. I want people, when they engage with me, whatever their initial thought of me was, when we engage personally, I want them to walk away like, well, that guy's pretty intelligent. That guy seems like he has a good heart. Because I want them to think that of the next one that looks like me that just came out of prison. It's hard enough coming out of prison, especially those of us that are so-called long-term offenders. Long-term offenders do 20 or more years. So when we went into prison, the world was way different than what we're entering. So we need support. We need love. We need care. We need compassion and understanding. And I need to be a facilitator of that. I need to be someone where people say, well, look at that guy. He had life and he got out. I've done great things so far in my life since I've been out. You guys got to remember, from the age of 13 to 43, I have maybe 2 years on the streets. The longest I ever stayed out was when I paroled in January of 1993. I stayed out 5 months and then caught a murder beef. So me being out nearly 6 years, having my own place, brand new car, material things don't matter to me. But for someone that never had anything, it means a lot, right? Those who know me personally, those who have been in my life since I was a kid, even my homeboys, they tell me, man, I'm proud of you, eh? Because they know who I used to be. When people troll me and are disrespectful in the comments, they know the person that I was, that, it would have just been all bad, for myself included.